T back with another oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure y'all can hear me first. Hold on. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's your girl T back with another live video, y'all. In today's video, we are going to be cutting out a pattern using the templates from Jolie Creations. So we're going to get into that today. If you're new here, please leave me a like, leave me a comment down below in the description box because I do answer every single one of them. And somewhere below here will be a subscribe button. Crush that subscribe button for me. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. How are y'all doing on this good Saturday? So we're not gonna sew up the pattern today. We're just going to what's the word I'm looking for? We're just gonna cut out the fabrics today, and the fabrics that we're going to use, some come from Tulip B and some come from Amazon, and then we're going to use a waterproof canvas. Okay, all right, so I'm just taking that off there. So when you get these templates, they come in this box like this. They're nice and packed and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead. I'm going to keep this. You get a thank you, and here is the best part of it all. Look at there. These are all of our pattern pieces for the pattern for the, what's the name of the pattern, Lord? Let me see if I can remember it. The Annabelle. And that Annabelle pattern is going to be made by Siah from Siah Swag Bags. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up. It looks like some of the pattern pieces had already decided that they wanted to try and come through, but that's okay. So how y'all doing? And we're just going to put that in the trash. And you also get, I'm going to slide these off. You get a few of her stickers, and I'll be sure to stick these somewhere on my sewing machine. And you'll also get a chain to hang your pattern pieces on when you're done. I generally try to store them back in the box that they came out of, just because it's a little easier for me. All right, so we're gonna move this out of the way, and we're gonna put all of that over there. And the first thing we're going to do is it comes with a backing on the back that you're going to have to take off, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Let me turn you guys down so you can see what I'm actually doing. There we go. So now you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Or I'm hoping you can. Yeah, you should be good right there. I apologize if y'all hear the lawnmower. It is the weekend, and fall/winter is coming, so everybody is cutting grass. So you see how easy that comes off? I love that. And it looks just like this, and it tells you that it tells you the pattern name on there right here. I don't know how well you can see that. And then it tells you how many to cut and whose pattern it is. So I love that. All right, so you're gonna cut one slip pocket trim. Now my slip pocket and its trim, well, you know what? I'll do a piece of this for the slip pocket trim. Now this is called the Fierce and Wild Collections. It's the leopard collection in brown and black, and this is from Tulip B. Hey y'all. Hey Miss Karen. Okay, you headed to the game. I hope he wins, or him and the team. Happy Saturday. So we're going to cut, we're going to use this as our trim. Now, if I can help it, guys, if I can help it, I'm trying to be a little more frugal on our vinyl, because I don't know if you guys know, but vinyl is a tad bit more expensive. Look at me. It's a tad bit more expensive than some of the, whoa, look at me, child, than some of the other stuff that we use. So I'm definitely trying to be a little bit more frugal in that area. Okay. And I should have brought my scissors. Do I have a pair of scissors up here? Nope, I don't. Looks like we got a troll in here, but I'm gonna let you be great today. Shinobi, I'm gonna let you be great today. Because I don't have time to address trolls, but let me go ahead and see if I can remove your comment. Okay? We ain't got time for trolls. If you're gonna be in here, you be in here, but trolling will get you blocked over here, okay? It sure will. I ain't got time for it. And nor do I have the energy on this good old Saturday to be addressing a troll. So obviously you need something better to do with your life, okay? All right, so anywho, y'all, we're gonna do our best. So I just generally try and match it back up like so. And I can see that I'm a little bit wider than I need to be. And we're just gonna cut that off like so. You wanna be as accurate as possible when cutting your pieces, okay? All right, so we have that slip pocket piece trim, and all I'm gonna do for now is I could write on the back of what this is, and you know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. So let's write on the back of it. I'm just gonna kind of well, this doesn't help us. We need a regular pen. So for right now, we're just gonna leave them on top of each other. And I'm gonna set them off to the side. So moving right along, y'all. Zipper panel exterior lining. So you need 2 exterior and 2 linings for your zipper panel. I'm just going to make my zipper panel be the same as this print. So I'll go through, I'll do all of my exterior pieces first, and then we'll come back and do our lining pieces. It's just more simplified that way, okay? It's more simplified that way for me. Some people can cut their exterior and lining pieces at the same time. Yeah, not this girl, okay? All right, so, and you're literally just laying your template piece down. I'm gonna come down just a little bit, but oh, it might help if I have it unlocked, right, or open. And you want to come as close as you can to your template piece, and you may have to turn it around and did I mess that up? I think I moved that just a little bit, but I think okay, it lined up right there, so we should be okay. And we're just gonna cut that little piece off. So I try to press down really hard, but sometimes that just doesn't work. So you need 2 of these pieces right here, okay? So I'm just gonna lay that one right there for right now. And as you're going along, you'll have like some wide pieces like those. Don't throw these away, because if you ever make like a zipper tab or something like that, well, it's cut right there, but you can cut that part off. You get what I'm saying. So we're not gonna throw that away. All right, next we're gonna cut another zipper panel piece. Okay, another zipper panel piece. And I'm just taking all my little trash bits and putting them in the trash can beside me, because I don't want to have to have a mess to clean up after the fact. So I'm trying to clean up as we go along. And we're just gonna turn nice and easy. Line everything back up before you make that next cut. Okay. And then we're just gonna check our pieces. Oh, I can see that I'm a little off, I think, right here. Let's lay it on the pattern piece and see. I think I had it this way. All right, so we're gonna trim this up just the hair. And you'll notice if something looks out of place, guys. But the key to a successful sew is actually taking the time to do the prep work, right? To do the prep work. Now, that looks like that might be a little bit shorter on that side. I may have to recut this piece. Let's see. No, we're good. All right. So we're going to just take these and set it aside. And then you also have to know that it's not a rush when you come to do doing your cuts, right? Or doing your pattern pieces. Okay? Now, I have these two corner accent pieces. Let's do it the right first. You're going to need 4 of these pieces, and you're going to want to keep your pieces together for this entire pattern. The reason being is because if you get one thing out of whack, it can throw your whole entire bag off. So just make sure that you have your pieces. So this is it wants you to cut it right side up, okay? The material and the pattern piece, you're going to cut it right side up, and you're going to cut 2 right and 2 left. That's going to give you the 4. Now, what we're going to do with that one is, let me not knock anything down. I'm trying to keep all my little fabric together, y'all, because if you unwind all of this fabric, it's a little bit tedious to get it all back together. So what I'm going to do, or attempt to do, is I'm just going to try and open up a corner, because you don't need a whole lot of this fabric. You don't. So open up your corner, get it as straight as possible. Okay. If you want to try and cut these on the fold, I guess you probably could, but I'm not gonna try that. Okay, I ain't gonna try that. Hey Donzel, good morning. Hey Miss Precious. Hey boo, how y'all doing? I'm cutting out the pattern for the Annabelle bag. I'm just cutting it out today. Let me see. I guess it goes like that. I'm just cutting out the pattern pieces with y'all, because I don't know what day we're gonna get to sew this. That we're going to get to actually sew this bad boy up. Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay. Ew, no. T-jack that up. No. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me open this up a little bit more, and I'm just gonna cut a piece of this off because, honey, when I say there's not enough room right here, baby, there ain't enough room right here on this little spot. So I'm just gonna take my rotary blade, and I'm gonna be as careful as possible, and I'm just gonna cut a piece off, okay? And we're gonna get this big boy right here up out of the way, because he finna cause some mayhem, and I don't need none of that stuff. Y'all, I'm gonna be having some surgery pretty soon here. I'm just waiting on the date for it. So I'm probably gonna be out of commission for at least a few weeks. But to God be the glory. I found myself the other night getting ready to go to work. I got up. I didn't feel well. I was like, okay, well, it'll be fine. I'm going to push myself. And my stomach had been hurting me for like probably about 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll go away. Yeah, baby, it didn't go away. And I'm glad that I followed my mind, because like my body actually went numb while I was driving the truck. So I literally had to pull over. Literally had to pull over and let him drive, even though he's not supposed to drive a truck. But it was an emergency, and we didn't have an option. So we did what we had to do, and then I went to the hospital. All right, y'all. Thank you. You doing good? I'm glad. Denzel, you off today? You off today? Hold on, y'all. Let me grab a pair of scissors, because I don't think I can, I don't think I can do that without, I don't think I can cut that off on the thing. Let me just grab some scissors. All right. I got some scissors, and hopefully they're gonna be good to me. These some spring-loaded scissors. These are some spring-loaded scissors. So let's see. Some things you just can't use you just can't. Like this right here, girl, no. I don't know who told me I could do that. But these scissors, they're gonna help us out. Now, some of these patterns come with SVGs or cut files. So but a lot of them come with like just Cricut, Silhouette, and the Brother Scan and Cut. So I could have put these, on the Brother Scan and Cut, or I could have put it on the Cricut, but with me packing up this house to move, honey, listen, I'm trying to pack. So most of the machines, most of them are already put up, and I got stuff everywhere. All right, so I'm just gonna lay this one on top of our pattern piece there, because you only need two right and two left. And I'm just gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna throw it away. Good morning, Miss Anita. How are you? Oh, you work tomorrow? Oh, okay. Yep, so that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to I'm trying to work as much as I can until I get this surgery date, because, honey, when you down, you are down. So I know we'll be fine. I'm gonna be fine. It's going to be fine. I promise. I promise. All right. And we're gonna just cut around. Now you can make this Annabelle purse. You can make it like, oh man, there are so many different fabrics that you can make this out of. And I promise you, the outcome, well, I say fabric, but I mean vinyl. Especially when you get to these little accent pieces. Oh my God. I think the accent, girl, I don't know what kind of cutting you did. Let's put this back. Look, let's put this back down on the thing and see. The first one we did good on, but let's see. Okay, so clearly, let me see. Let's see, y'all, if I can take these edges off using the rotary blade just to even things up. Okay, that looks so much better already. And y'all don't want to be like me. Y'all want to close y'all rotary blade up, even if you're gonna go right back to using it. And you should be cutting away from yourself. Okay. All right, I think that looks much better. That does. That looks much better. I got a little bit of, because you want these accent pieces to be, baby, you want them to be on point, okay? And then when you put them together, nope, this one has to be cut some more. Let's see here, how we got this. Y'all, I promise y'all it's important to take this extra time to cut these fabric pieces the right way. This is why I don't advise like cutting. Now if you go OG, you probably could, but me, I can't cut it and sew it all in one day. I like to cut my fabric out, cut my pattern pieces out, especially with the Annabelle. This has so many moving parts to it. That looks good there. We're just gonna roll with that. Let's see. Awesome sauce. Okay, so they line up, and we're just gonna put those over there. You just want to make sure that you are keeping up with these pieces, that they're even, because these accents, they go on the front and the back of the bag, and they make the bag. They just add to the bag. And all I'm doing is trying to take off this tape that's on the back of these bags. They doing good, Donzel. I'm down to who do I have? Only Lena and Sarah. Those are the bullies, and they're outside. And then have little Jesus Christmas. I still have Oreo. Oreo is doing good. Hopefully we will be welcoming some puppies in the next 60, well, kind of less than that now. Probably about the next, I don't know, maybe the next 60. Dang, these look like, did I do these right? Hold on, y'all. You know how you be second guessing yourself? Let's see here. Second guessing myself. But yeah, hopefully we will be expecting some puppies. I think I cut it this way. Nope, the point is this way. Okay, girl. they right. So you want to lay them. Okay, they're good. Just lay them so they don't look funny. just lay them the way you cut them. Hey, Miss C. Hey, girl. Hey, cousin. All right. So now we're on to the left one. And again, I'm just going to shave off the, girl, open it up, sis. Open it up, okay? I'm just going to shave off the excess. And I don't know if I can save this piece that I originally cut, but let's see what I can do with it. We're gonna give it a little try. See if we can save it. Because I'm telling you, vinyl is a lot more expensive than some of the other stuff that we use. And depending on where you get it from, like some of mine I'm getting from Canada too. So like, y'all know them tariffs, right? All right, so we're just going to go ahead and draw this one around. We're just tracing it around. Now, you don't have to trace these. You don't have to, but if you are like me, baby, listen, do whatever you can to help you get that cut. All right, so these are our left accent pieces. And all this is like a vinyl marker that I'm using on the back. So it's not gonna hurt the vinyl, and you won't see it anyway, so it'll be fine. It will be fine. All right, and all I'm doing is cutting around the lines that I just drew or traced. And you'll soon figure out ways eventually to like save on your vinyl, all kind of stuff. Have anybody tried like doing any craft shows? Y'all, I had no idea that a craft show, the only thing I can say about the craft shows though is you have to know the area and the people that you're trying to reach in whatever area you're going in, because not everybody wants everything like in every state that you might do a market in. But it definitely did not come to disappoint. It did not. Money definitely was made, and you get to network and meet so many different people from all walks of life, and everybody for the most part, they might be selling the same thing, but they are different and very unique in some way, shape, form. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Queen. I hadn't forgot about y'all. I promise y'all I ain't forgot about y'all. It's just been a lot happening. I did manage to get the fabric cut out though. So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to mail it out, but I'm gonna definitely get it mailed out to 𝐂𝐓 Designs and Miss C. And we're going to work on a quilt together. That's for those of y'all that are in the coaching class, because got to do something a little extra, because coach ain't been able to coach, okay? Coach ain't been able to coach. It's been one thing after the next, especially since my sister passed away. So it's been a lot. Life been life. But we gonna make it. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is put this piece back over here, and I'm just going to double check myself because it's important that your pieces look good and that they match up. Okay, you don't want them, you don't want your pieces bigger than they need. You don't want your pieces bigger than they need to be on the table, and you want to make sure they even. Okay, let's not bother that with that, but let's do it like this. Okay. All right. And let's go around here, and you'll be able to see it where you have like the little excess, I guess, fiber grains. Oreo, nobody's over there for you. Nobody's over there, mama. All right. So we got those. We're going to put our points with our points, and boom. Next, we're going to move right along. Now, this is a stabilizer piece. I'll probably do those. All right, this is our slip pocket lining. Let me see what my exterior is. Okay, this is my exterior right here. I'm trying to just get all my exterior pieces out of the way. Then we'll move to our lining pieces and so forth. And again, let's keep this closed. Hey, Jessie. How are you? Good morning. All right, so we're going to pull this up. And again, I probably should have taken these things off before I came on, but I kind of like to take these off as I'm doing them, simply because this is acrylic. You don't want scratches and all types of things. Even though I can put these like back on that little key ring thing, all I'm going to do is wrap them back up and put them back in the box with that tissue paper stuff, because you want to keep these scratch free. And I like, again, how it tells you the pattern name, who it's by, what you're cutting. So this is your main body. You're going to cut 2 exterior and 2 lining. So if you can't cut, and sometimes even with the template doesn't help, or if you don't want to pay the prices for acrylic because acrylic is high, you can use the same mats that we use from the Dollar Tree, and trace them out on there. I do highly suggest that you use a Sharpie though, right? To use a Sharpie. And let me see, I'm trying to, again, minimize the waste. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little, and this is a vinyl marking pen that I'm using. I'm using it on the back side. You won't see any of these marks that I'm making in the finished bag, okay? And if you have to mark anything like on the front of your pattern pieces with these markers, it's fine. Or with these pens, it's fine, because you can just take a baby wipe or a wet rag, wet paper towel, any of that, and get it off, okay? All right, now, some of this I will be able to cut with the rotary, and some of it I will not. Let's see, making sure. Okay, I got that piece out. Where did I cut stop? Okay. I'm trying to keep the roll from hitting the floor. Y'all, I guess StreamYard, like, who is this girl? We don't know her. I'm not in StreamYard. I'm directly on YouTube at the moment. But, baby, I ain't been in StreamYard in so long. When I go back, they're going to be like, who is that girl? Let's see. Okay. I don't know how we did, y'all, but we about to find out. I think I need to go up just a little bit more right there. And cut down. Woo, child. Okay. Boom. All right, we still have one more of these of the exterior to cut. And this is why I like to try and save as much as I can. And then all you got to do is just cut that excess off. This now can go in your scrap bin or whatever. All right, so let's see what we got for our piece. I think we did fairly good. Now, because this is vinyl, when you go to fuse or anything, y'all look at the shape of that. Do y'all see this bag? It is the Annabelle, Miss Anita. Do y'all see the shape of this bag? This is gonna be cute. So check it out. Hold on, let me see if I can give y'all a view right quick without messing something up. All right, we're gonna put that like that. This is the girl. Oh, this is the left one. So I'm gonna give y'all a little view of what it's gonna look like real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So, and those little, it's gonna have like a point at the end, and that's going to be fine because you're gonna cut those points off. But that's going to be, oh my goodness. Y'all see that? Do y'all, look at that. Do y'all see how these accents bring out the bag? Okay. Ooh, I cannot wait to make this bag. I can't. Happy Saturday, Miss Karen. Yes, I cannot wait to make this bag. I hope y'all was able to see what those accents are going to do for this bag. Now, I just want to check this out one more time because I want to make sure that okay. I feel like, yep, I do. Just a little bit. I got to come down just a little bit more in here because you want that bag to have that shape. Okay. Okay. And we're definitely going to be burning some edges off as well. But yeah, this is the Annabelle that we are going to be making. Oh my goodness, y'all. So cute. Okay, let's keep going because we got one more of these to make from this particular piece. We got one more of these to make. Try and keep your vinyl pieces together. Y'all, I've been getting like 2 rolls of each particular kind of vinyl that I get. If you get like the 18 by 54 or 18 by 72, listen, Linda, listen. You only need one, okay? Save your coins, okay? But I'm really just building up my vinyl at the moment. Is what I'm doing. I'm building up collections of vinyl, of sewing vinyl, that is. And I have a lot of the what was it? Michael's had the clear vinyl in color and clear, like what you make the ID slots with. They had them on sale for like $4 a yard. And I was like, hey, I tell you what, if you bring it down to $3 a yard, I will buy every single roll that you got here in the color. And of course, though, they had like red, black, clear. The clear was in like 3 different gauges. I think it was 12, 16, and 20 maybe. So, and a purple. And I bought every single one of them. Sure did. Some of them were full rolls, which they come like 10 yards. And then some of them had maybe 4 yards on it. So, but that is cool to have. You can use a lot of that with that type of colored clear vinyl. You can use that with jelly vinyl. I don't know if y'all seen when I posted the picture of the math pack that I sewed together, but baby, that math pack didn't come to disappoint. Okay, I came out here in my sewing era. Okay, I done forgot about bling. I done forgot about sublimation. I done forgot about all that. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I am in my bag making era. Okay, I'm in the bag making era. So, well, I'll just say sewing era, because baby, I be sewing everything under the sun. Okay, now what I'm going to do, oh, we got to get this piece off first. Okay, let's take this roll up because it was kind of stressing me out a little bit. All right, and now what we're going to do is finish our cuts. Whew. You just got to have some good tracing skills. You got to have some good tracing skills. Other than that, you'll be fine. All right, let's check it. I can see around here. And anything that's hanging outside of the template, that's what you know you need to go around and take off. Okay? And I generally just go across all the way if I can. I can see some right here and right there. All right, so let's check it out. Let's check it out, check it out. All right, so that's our other piece. We're just going to check and making sure. All right, for the most part. Okay. All right, those look good. I'm going to just put these over here, but we will have to cut our lining, which, let me see, I have a piece, a kind of short piece. Oh snap, look at me. Oh. Oh, mercy. Okay. Now, this is waterproof canvas. I may be able to cut this if I can get it to fold right. I'm just going to cut all of the excess off. Put it not in the trash, but over here in the pile. And then just kind of see if we're going to be able to get this to go how we need it to go on the fold. And I just might be able to. I just might be able to. Okay. And I'm just gonna fold it down like so. I probably should have. I'm not gonna trace this. I'm gonna just try and do my best to cut this like so. Okay. Let's push this. Let's push this under our machine right here. And hopefully we'll be fine. Hopefully, okay? I'm just gonna hold my breath. I see you like making bags. I have some name brand inspired leather. I was wondering what to do with it. I thought of making boxy bags, but liking the silhouette of this bag. Yes, I have some of that too. I have that what is it? That Louis Vuitton inspired one. I have now the Mickey one. Y'all know the first Mickey is like what do they call it? It's in that, I forgot what you call it, but it's not copywritten anymore. So I have some of that. What else I have? Whatever that bag is that be having the like the brown and light brown checkered type deal. And what else do I have? I have some Barbie inspired. Now I got some that they call Hermes, but it doesn't really put you in the minds of Hermes, but we'll go with it. But yes, I love making bags, Miss Anita. And I don't know where that came from, but I kind of love it. Now, I'm not going to move the template itself yet. I'm just trying to move this out of the way. And the reason being is because I know the template is not all the way, the template's not ready to come off yet. So we're just going to go around. But yeah, when you find your what you like to do, you just do it. You don't, it's fun making doing rhinestones and all that, but it's just not my jam anymore, so to speak. Yep, it's just not my jam. But yeah, ooh, and now that you say that, yes, boxy bags would be cute out of that fabric too. But yeah, honey, gonna make you a bag out of this thing. Gonna make you a bag out of that fabric. And y'all know that waterproof canvas comes like printed too, right? It's not like only in color. It has where you can get it printed. I have some, and I do have like a lot of it on the way as well, because sometimes you just don't want that plain Jane like I'm putting it inside of this leopard bag. But I think the outside is will give this bag basically what it needs. Okay, now I'm going to, Lord Jesus, let me just put this straight across the bottom and just see if I can just kind of cut this. Nah, let's just try it with the scissors, because it's going to give you your two pieces. And I'm just going to be very, very careful to only cut on that crease. And I'm learning, like, with sewing, y'all, you got to bring your patience. You got to bring your patience, and you got to bring the slow down with you. It's not something that's supposed to, you know, be done very fast, because when you try to sew very fast, I mean, you know, once you become an OG, then hey, that's that. But you probably, you know, you'll be able to sew faster and things like that. Okay, got a little piece right here. All right, got that. All right, so this looks good. Might be just it is just a little hair off, but by the time you sew this in, that seam allowance, I mean, I could, but I think it'll be, no, I'm not gonna bother. It'll be fine by the time you sew in the seam allowance and get the trimming and all of that. So these particular pieces right here are all done. So, oh, I need to go around this edge a little bit more, but I'll do that later. All right, so we have our main exterior and our 2 lining pieces, and I'm just gonna set that right there. All right, so our next piece up is our slip pocket lining. That's gonna be that same piece that I just used. So that shouldn't be too bad for us. I have some purse feet. The Annabelle they don't have it like in the pattern, but of course putting the purse feet is just where you want to put the purse feet at. So yeah, I probably will put maybe like 4, because I have some gold ones, and I think I have some in gunmetal that I think the gunmetal probably would look better. What y'all think, gunmetal or gold? Now, let me go ahead and get my life together and just cut this off, because, and when you have like weight hanging off of your fabric and stuff, to me that causes like it to slip and stuff like that. So if you can, just try and keep your stuff together. Okay, keep it together. All right, so here we go. But yes, I love those purse feet. I do. Okay. All right, because you wanna cut like so. All right, here we go. And we only need 1 piece of this, so it shouldn't be too difficult for us to okay. And the main thing is when you're turning this fabric, I would suggest, I have a cutting turning mat. I would suggest like using your cutting turning mat. I don't know the proper name for that, but it turns, so you don't have to do all of that work and possibly messing up your cut. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, everybody says accuracy is key, so I try to be as accurate as possible. Now, because this is the acrylic under here, I'm just going to turn this down on that top piece because, all right, this is our stabilizer. I'm not ready to cut stabilizer yet, but I do have it out and behind us. Now, this is your, so you see how the gusset for the stabilizer is in 2 pieces? You're going to want to match these up together, but we're not doing stabilizer quite yet. And then this is your main gusset. Now, my main gusset, I'm not going to use the cheetah print. I'm going to use that black vinyl that we have. So let's go ahead and cut this, not cut this. Let's go ahead and take this off, and we're going to put our pieces together. And then we're going to cut our gusset, and you want to cut your gusset in one piece. That's why they have it in these two pieces for you to put them together, okay? And yep, this is just the main gusset. This is, you need one exterior and one lining, okay? So the lining will come from the waterproof canvas, and then the other piece, the gusset itself, will come from the black faux leather. And I like that this generally comes off in one piece. You ain't got to be fighting and carrying on. All right, I'm going to move these pieces right there. And you'll want to make sure that you have all of, yeah, I'm going to change the gusset. I was debating if I wanted to use this leopard for the gusset, but nah. We're gonna shape things. We're gonna shape things up a bit. We're gonna shape it up a bit. So again, our lining will be coming from this waterproof canvas, and our gusset itself is going to be coming from that. I think that's going to be fine. When we sew. Now, oh, you know what? My stabilizer pieces, I might not be able to cut them because, oh, I can pull the pattern up though. I don't know if it's, what do you call it? If it's going to be SF101 or if it's going to be the Decor lights. All right, so here we go, y'all. Here we go. I'm going to try laying this up here. And hopefully I have enough space. I don't think our gusset is that long. So hopefully y'all can see this. Let me bring y'all in a little closer. See how you just match these up together? Then we're going to trace this around. Hey, Blue. I ain't know Blue was in here. Hey, y'all. Up, Coda getting a haircut. Oh, Jesus, Coda. Coda, you being a good boy while you get that haircut. All right. So, here we go, y'all. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, what we don't want to happen is this to fall. So, let's hope that that ripstop that I have up there, uh-oh, don't act up. All right, let's go. Now, I am going to use my fabric marker on this, y'all, just because I want to be a little careful, okay? All right. And it's very important that on this particular bag, if you watch Siah or if you watch anybody who makes this actual pattern, they'll specify how important it is to make sure that these gusset pieces are cut to this exact shape. It doesn't need to be any longer, any wider. You don't need to try to add like any extra seam allowance, none of that, right? You need to make this just like it is. You want your gusset and your lining to be just like it is. Now my stabilizer, yeah, I probably have to cut my stabilizer later because I don't remember if it's Decor Light, Decor Heavy, SF101. I guess maybe I could pull up the pattern real quick. I do have Decor Light behind me. I do have SF101 behind me. And another thing too, like when you're making bags, And like this piece right here, you could actually go ahead, take it apart, and you could put it up because you're gonna know that this is your gusset, right? So I'm just gonna set that like so. And let me see. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use parts of this. Let me see. Let me see, y'all. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Nope. Let's not try that. Let's not try that, y'all. All right, let's find our scissors and let's just take our time, okay? Let's just take our time. It's very, very important in any bag you make, but especially this particular pattern because of the way this gusset is shaped. Now, let me see something, y'all. Let me get my... Now, you're going to see me cut this a little bit wider. And then I'm going to go around. And I'm going to just kind of cut this part. And we're going to cut this part out so that I can get to the gusset like I need to. Now, it is going to waste a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. And we're gonna take this. And I'm just gonna kind of fold that for right now and put it over here. Okay. Now, see, told y'all something fell. There we go. I'm gonna move these over here out of the way. All right. Uh-oh. Oops. All right, y'all, here we go. It's gonna be... I think the hardware that you're gonna use for this bag, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's all 1-inch hardware, okay? And when I speak of hardware, I mean like your lobster clasp, your, well, it depends, because in this bag, you can make it 2 ways. You can make it with a, where the handle is going to be sewed into the bag, which is how I'm going to sew it, with the handle sewed into the bag. Or you can make a removable strap, or you can make a crossbody strap. It just depends on how you want to wear the bag. Keep in mind, your hardware is going to be just as equally as important. If you have a rivet press, whether it's by hand, a hand setter, or a regular rivet press, you're gonna want to make sure that you're using top quality rivets and stuff like that, because the rivets is what your bag is going to be supported by, especially if you sew it in like I am. So, and you can get rivets, purse feet, you can get the purse straps, you can get everything in matching color. You usually want the alloy, right? You usually want the alloy. So yeah, I'm gonna be having different patterns of vinyl come to my website. I will be selling the hardware, different lining, things of that nature. So if you want to get into bag making with high quality products, stay tuned because it's coming. All right. And I'm not, yep, see, I was just gonna say, I'm not going to try to go around that curve because that curve was not going to serve me right. So I followed my mind. And here we go. All right, now I got to go back on this little side and get that little excess off right there. And you may say, ooh, that doesn't matter, but in the grand scheme of things, it'll matter. All right, so this is our gusset, y'all. This is our gusset. A carrying bag, yep. It's gonna have the what you call it, the handle sewed in. Let me grab the crossbody that I made so I can show y'all. Here it is right there. Okay. All right. Ouch. Okay. Uh-oh, I got one of my pieces down there on the floor too. All right, so this is the crossbody that I actually made. I just put a little handmade tag on here because that particular day, y'all, I ain't felt like digging out my own. So I just put the little regular handmade one on here. You have your crossbody strap right here. I got some, y'all, I don't know if y'all saw these, but we have rhinestone rivets. I thought this was so cute. I have these in clear and rainbow or iridescent, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, Jessie. So that's that strap there. And then this is the inside of it. Y'all see that zipper pocket right here. I got my Ray-Bans in there. And as y'all can see, everything is fully lined in there. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Oh, you saw it. Thank you. But so yeah. So that's the one that I made. All right, so that's the difference in a crossbody, but this one I'm just going to sew in. So this is our exterior gusset. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut our lining, which is going to be out of that same waterproof canvas. Okay, same waterproof canvas. Now let's see. No, girl, no, they ain't gonna be long enough, girl. All right, so let's get another piece because they ain't gonna be long enough. So we're gonna just move this right here, and we'll grab another piece of our waterproof canvas because that's not going to be enough. Okay, so let's kind of, and y'all, the stuff is bigger than I am. Okay. All right, so let's grab our gusset over here, and then I'm gonna pull up the pattern because I'm already here. So I'm gonna pull up the pattern and see what our stabilizer looks like, because we do have stable. I only think it's 2 pieces of stabilizer that we gotta cut, but we're gonna go ahead and cut it, whether it's 𝐂𝐓 or SF101. Now when you're buying like 𝐂𝐓 Light, 𝐂𝐓 Heavy, Pellant SF101, 9311, 909, any of that stuff, don't get tricked off the streets and buy it piece by piece. Because when you buy it piece by piece at like $20 a piece, yo, son, that adds up. All right. So just go ahead and get it by the bolt. There's no sense in every time you go to make a bag, especially if you're going to get into bag making. You're definitely going to want to have it, on hand. You want to make sure you got like rivets, all that stuff that you need. You're going to make sure that you got it on hand, because when you have to start buying it bag by bag, you're going to be like, oh man, it's going to start adding up. So if you buy it all at once, stock up on it, you'll be fine. Okay. All right, boom. All right, so let's put this together. Now, I'm gonna have to try and trust me in my cutting for the moment, because I don't want to mark I don't want to mark the vinyl pen on this side. Now I could just take a regular ink pen, but y'all, that's doing too much. So we're gonna try. We gonna try, okay? We're gonna see what we get, okay? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to stay on the straight. Okay. All right. And you're gonna come right here. And I'm using all my arm weight, which isn't much. It's not much in the grand scheme of things, but all right, we're gonna be careful. Now baby, I don't know what kind of cutting I just did there, but hold on, y'all. Ooh. All right. Now, okay, I think I might have fixed it, hopefully. All right, so that looks, all right, that looks like we might have got it. You don't never really want to cut into your material like that, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, okay? And today was one of them days we had to do what we had to do. All right, so now all I'm gonna do is shake this up. Get you some pattern weights if you can. All right. Girl, I'm like, why is it not cutting? Try to open it up. All right. Okay. Oops. Ooh, y'all, my hand trying to lock up. All right. I think we should be okay there. Looks good. And just right here where I just, baby, went all astray. Okay. Now, here we go. Now, this part is not going to be exact, but I won't worry about that either, simply because now your gusset liner is always going to be shorter, so it's the same length, but it's going to be out of the seam allowance, if that makes sense. So when you sew this, it'll be right sides together. This is going to be out your seam allowance, right? So it'll look like that. All right. And let me see. This is, yeah, the main body stabilizer. I'm trying to remember, because that's the only piece we got left. I'm trying to remember. Let me get a piece up that we knocked down. I'm trying to remember what Siah used. I don't know if she used Decor Light. I think she used 2 pieces of Decor Light. No, 2 pieces of SF101 and 1 piece of Decor Light out of the seam allowance. I think that's how that went. So we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut 2 pieces of 1 piece of Decor Light and 2 pieces of SF101. Okay. And if it turns out that I don't need one or the other, it's fine. You can always use it in another bag, okay? All right, so let's see what I have back here in this deco view. I think this is actually 𝐂𝐿𝐓 heavy, so I'm not gonna even cut that 101, because if you use 𝐂𝐿𝐓 and using a domestic machine, you have to be careful with the materials that you use. If you don't have an industrial machine, you have to be very careful in the materials that you use. You just want to make sure that you're not using things that's going to give you grief when you go to turn out the bag, okay? All right. All right, there we go. Oh snap, look at me. And we need 2 of these. So that will be 1 for each lining. I mean 1 for each exterior panel piece. And this right here came as a little small roll. Not even a roll. As you can see what it was. That's how it came. And I was like, and it really, so I had to end up getting more. And I might have to get more. I know I'm gonna have to go and get another piece, because I don't think I can squeeze that out of here. So that would be our 𝐂𝐿𝐓. Let me see, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can try to make something shake, but I doubt it. And you never, oh, I might be able to. And you never want to throw any pieces of your 𝐂𝐿𝐓 or your 𝐂𝐿𝐓 light out. Uh-oh, y'all, we might make it, okay? We might make it. You don't want to throw any of that out. And the reason being is because those small pieces, you can use them, like for those metal tags, you can use those to put behind your metal tags so that it gives your metal tag more support, and where it won't rip through your bag. Okay, listen, I'm telling you, I don't learned how to save on some material. You hear me? Did I cut this one right? Okay, just had to make sure, because you know, I realized I had the template flipped over. All right, so we're just gonna, now on these acrylic templates, you want to be careful when you're cutting, simply because you don't want to crack your template. Because once you start cracking and chipping at it, you're gonna mess up your cut, right? You'll mess up your cut. So you just want to be very mindful. Use a sharp blade. In fact, every time you go to cut fabric, I would make sure that you have a nice sharp pair of scissors, a new blade in your rotary cutter, or like when we do the zipper overlays and things like that, make sure that your, what is it called? Your X-Acto knife or X-Acto blade, make sure it has a new blade in it every single time. All right, y'all. So that's what we have here. I got a little boo-boo there. So that's what we have. So these are the pieces to our Annabelle. I'm not going to cut SF 101 Reason being is because this is 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐂𝐓 heavy, so you don't need to stabilize with all of that, because if you do, it's going to be virtually impossible to turn your bag. Now, your 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐂𝐓, it's fusible. So you're going to have like a shiny side. That's going to be your glue side. And then this is going to be your rough side. That's the side that will be up. So we have all of our pieces. And I'm going to just show y'all how to put this, this template, how to store these templates real quick, because I have all of my pieces. So I'm just gonna take them. It makes the, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. It makes the most logical sense. I'm gonna leave those 2 right there. I need to know that this is left, that's right. Okay. Zipper panel pieces. And then this is just the piece that's got to go in the whatchamacallit. All right, so that's shut. And we're going to put this right here. Where is our little piece? Did it disappear? Y'all, I think our little cardboard. I think our little cardboard piece done went away some way. Where could it have went? I said it right there. Oh, girl, it's looking at you. Okay. All right, so take this off. It's gonna come taped. And just lay your tape back down. Unloose it. Listen how country I sound. Unloose it. But y'all know what I mean. Okay. And you just want to be real careful. And I'm gonna mark on the back of those over there. The reason being, because I don't want to mix up those accent pieces. I don't. Okay. So you just kind of line these up on here. I think we may leave them on here, but see? We may leave them on here, but we are still going to use our wrap, our paper that they came with, because we don't want any scratches. And I think this is a neat idea to have these on here. But however, just be super careful with how you're storing them. Okay? Because you don't want them broke. All right. So, something like so. And then we're just going to snap these back. Just like that. So then you have all your pattern pieces like that. I'm going to then take it and lay it back on this board. I'm going to take those out. Okay. Like so. And then just make sure everything is wrapped up. Slide it back into your little box and store it somewhere safely where it's not going to get cracked or broken. Now, it's not going to go, lay flat like it was, of course, when you received it, but close enough, just like that. And then I'll put that up and store it. But I'm going to turn it down for now so that it doesn't open back. We're going to mark these so we know what they are. Left, left, right, and right. It's not air erasing, so we'll have it. Because you want to know which is your left and which is your right when you're putting these up. So let's take a quick look at our pieces one last time. So, girl. All right, so these are our left and right accent pieces. Then we have our 2 zipper panel pieces. This is your zipper lining overlay. This is your zipper slip pocket. This is your exterior and interior gusset. Kind of fold that like that. Those are your 2 stabilizing pieces for these pieces right here. So you would just fuse these like so, and as you will see, they are out of the seam allowance. That's what you want. So these are your exterior panel pieces, and these are your interior lining pieces. So that completes our cutting of the Annabelle. The next time you see this, again, nothing is fast about sewing. So there's that. You need yours in blue? You talking about the what you talking about? The crossbody? That's what you talking about, blue, the crossbody? I think they do have like a blue checker. It's kind of like iridescent, like, I think. Yeah, I think it's like iridescent, like. But so those are all of our pattern pieces, y'all. So the next time you guys see this, we'll be sewing this bad boy up. And I guess I'm on a kind of like a sticker creation, so you guys will probably see these on the sewing machine. Okay, yep, I think they do have a blue and white checkered deal. So I'm gonna get off of here. I'm getting ready to put this stuff up. Thank y'all for hanging out with your girl. Okay? Yes, Jessie, I'm banking on it looking good. So yeah, y'all. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure. And until next time, peace. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. One God, one love. Y'all take care. So long. Bye-bye.